You're listening to Let's Talk About It, a digital forum that holistically addresses the issues that arise in everyday life and the current affairs that are prevalent throughout our nation and that affect our culture. Let's join host Ty Priest Hannah now for today's discussion.
Let's talk about it.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Let's Talk About It. I am your host, Ty Priest Hannah, but of course, everybody calls me Ty. Thank you for allowing me to kick it with you for a few minutes. Listen, I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. As for me, mine was very relaxing. I really didn't do too much, just some things here and there, but for the most part, my weekend just kind of coasted. And besides, with the gas prices going up the way that they were, I wasn't trying to do too much anyway. Nevertheless, I think it went fairly well. This week on Let's Talk About It, I'm coming to you with another empowering moment. With all that's going on in the world around us, I believe it is important to stay inspired and uplifted as much as possible. With all the negativity that's going on, it actually breeds contempt, and that's one thing I definitely don't need in my life. And I believe you would agree as well. This empowering moment is actually inspired by a narrative that I read in the Bible some time ago. A man by the name of Moses has approached a very pivotal, a very defining moment in his life. He has been called by God to deliver the children of Israel from the brutal bondage of the Egyptian Pharaoh. And upon being approached by God with this life-altering experience, a feeling of inadequacy comes upon Moses, and he begins to point out all of the areas of his life where he feels insufficient, and he inquires by what means he will be able to effectively and successfully accomplish his assignment. God simply asks him what's in his hands, and Moses replies, a rod, a simple, ordinary shepherding rod. And it was by this same simple, ordinary rod that Moses used to part the waters of the Red Sea so that the children of Israel could cross on dry land. And it was also used to drown Pharaoh and his army. He used an ordinary tool to accomplish an extraordinary feat. He didn't have to use some foreign tool or method to do what he did. What he needed to successfully lead the children of Israel to victory was in his hands. What's the moral of the story? The moral of the story is simply this. Oftentimes, what we need in order to be successful and effective is right there in our hands or within our proximity. Way too often do we depend on other sources to get ahead in life when what's in your hands or within your proximity is the key to unlocking the door of success and victory in your life. You know, there are a lot of people whose jobs ended due to the pandemic, and some of them are still struggling to find a job now so that they can just maintain in life. But what so many of them fail to realize is that the power to get wealth isn't primarily through your job, it's what has been placed in your hands. You know, when I was younger, I used to think that I couldn't wait until I get older to move to a bigger city where there would be better opportunity and better means of living because I just couldn't see myself flourishing in the city where I live. And like many young people today, I thought I had to move outside my city to be successful, to be effective, and to be influential, not realizing until years later. Lord, I know I sound old, but I'm not that old. But not realizing until years later that success is not predicated upon some geographical location, but it is predicated upon the wisdom to use the gifts, the skills, the ideas, the talents that have been placed within you. There are some of you right now listening who is bogged down with a 9-to-5, and you're frustrated because it has cut off your work-life balance. In actuality, there is no work-life balance, and it has caused you to think that this is your only means of support. Don't allow your life to be limited when you possess unlimited potential. Like Moses, the key to your success, the key to your independence, the key to your wealth and victory, all of that stuff, it is in your hands. Well, that's my time, family. I hope you've enjoyed our time together today. I know that I have. And I appreciate you allowing me to hang out with you for a few minutes. Now, of course, if you like what you hear or if you have a particular topic that you would like to discuss, man, you already know what to do. Just send me an email to ltaipodcast29501@gmail.com. Of course, the email address again is ltaipodcast29501@gmail.com. Or you can even shoot me a text message at area code 843-799-7619. Once again, that number is area code 843-799-7619. You already know I want to hear from you. Thank you for tuning in to Let's Talk About It. I am Ty Hanner. Peace.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
You've been listening to Let's Talk About It.
Let's talk about it.